Hi, this is Corey McCarthy, and welcome to a new episode of Fit, Formidable, and Fantastic. That's right, go F yourself. And happy Friday. Now, I was going to do something different in this episode. I was going to hit on a subject that actually touching on something that somebody requested that I do. But a couple days ago, I came down with a cold. And laying in bed, obviously not being able to go to work or go to the gym or really do anything because of the misery of the cold, I have had some time to think. And it got me to thinking about a subject for this Friday's video that doesn't have anything to do with fitness, but it has to do with life, it has to do with health, so I figured it'd be something I could touch, and it's also a current event. I'm going to do an episode here on Ebola. I'm sure that everyone's thinking, oh Christ, another Ebola video, blog, whatever. But look, I'm going to do this my own way, my own opinions from my own research, and whatnot. So I am still run down from my cold, so just bear with me as I go through this. Not 100%, so I'll do the best I can. Now, I want to start by prefacing that I am not a doctor, nor am I a biologist or a pathologist. But what I've learned about Ebola from my own research is that it has been claimed that Ebola cannot be transmitted through the air, that it's not an airborne virus. Even via mutation, apparently that method of spreading the virus is a highly unlikely scenario. But, according to the CDC, as released on October 24th, droplets from a sneeze could potentially contaminate spaces and surfaces, risking others to potentially get ill. There is apparently a shorter duration of risk on dry surfaces, think like a tabletop or a doorknob, and a longer one with moist surfaces or environments. It is also possible for droplets from a sneeze, according to the CDC, to land in someone's eyes, nose, mouth, and thus risk infection. So there's a bit of conflicting reports there, from what we were told to what we're finding out now, what the CDC is releasing now. And what do I make of all this, basically? Well, as I said, I'm not a doctor or a biologist, pathologist, whatever, but based on this data, I would suggest that if you feel like you've had risk of exposure, either via specific travels, contact or close quarters with somebody who has traveled or had potential exposure and is showing symptoms, get tested. It's just better to be safe than sorry. And it's also better to be responsible than put others at risk. I do not feel that this is at a point where we need to be up in a panic, and I really dislike fear-mongering. It seems to be relatively contained, and despite some isolated cases popping up here and there, but these cases are typically with healthcare workers or volunteers, people who have been in risky environments or situations. So, if containment becomes ineffective, and more people become infected, outside of the likely realms like healthcare, etc., then, based on this data, I could see where it would be worth greater concern. But even still, panic is not going to solve a problem. And it can only make matters worse and raise tensions. So, basically, I just hope that the powers that be can keep this shit contained and do a better job at our borders. Now, on to something that's a bit of a rant. The idiots with Ebola. If you are ill or have been at risk of Ebola exposure, then don't put others at risk. Isolate yourself, quarantine yourself thoroughly, get tested and take all the proper precautions. To do otherwise is just fucking dumb, it's selfish, and it's rude. But, like a loaded gun in the hands of an idiot, people do stupid shit all the time. And an example of this would be that doctor here in New York who was exposed in Guinea, was feeling ill, wasn't honest about his travels in both Manhattan and Brooklyn to authorities, including subway, jogging, and bowling, for fuck's sakes, and now his fiancée and 2 friends are in quarantine. Why the fuck would you do that, basically? And then beyond that, I don't even know how he was able to do that. When I'm not feeling well, even if I'm slightly not feeling well, I can't even fathom going out to work, the gym, or anything. And I love the gym. I want to get rest and I want to get better. And I don't want to spread my shit to others, basically. It's responsibility, you asshole. And you're a doctor. You should have known better. I really don't know what else to say on this subject. That's really all I have to go into on this. But I wanted to state what I had researched, what I've learned about Ebola, and my opinion on the matter, and of course these idiots with Ebola. But idiots are everywhere, so you can't really escape it. The only problem is idiots who have potentially harmful pathogens. It makes their idiocy that much worse. Anyway, if you have any comments or anything you'd like to add or discuss, please drop them below. I will see you guys on Monday for a regularly scheduled episode. Until then, have a good weekend. Stay fit, stay formidable, and stay fantastic. See you around.